We're streaming.
Cool. All right. For those of you joining us bright and late in this evening, right at the start of our fine broadcast here at Bronze Tacos Overwatch, we have a lovely match queued up for you guys. We got Gold Elo-cked, however you want to say that, versus the Hollywoo Horsemen. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it's like, what, the second game of the season?
I believe so.
Yeah, so first time we're going to see both these teams, so
Mm-hmm.
that'll be very interesting. I like the icon choices from both the teams, actually. The
Very
Archives
nice.
event and the Orisa. It's actually two you don't see very often, but, they're nice icons.
Very clean, very distinguished, I agree.
Yeah, very true, very true. Well, I think we're just waiting on readies from both the teams.
So
And remind me again if we know, are we doing hero bans for these games?
Nope, there are no hero bans for the Bronze Taco League. And in case
Nice. I
people are
like that.
curious, the commentating today we have Drogon, Tugaself, and once again on cameras is Evan. And hopefully you
Truly.
guys can actually hear me today, unlike the last time.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Alright. That's readies from Goldie-locked team. Just waiting on one more ready.
And it's confirmed that you can be heard by Uka.
Nice.
So, if a person, so we're just gonna assume Uka can't play because she's in the chat. I'm not sure. Yes, they can hear. Everybody can hear.
Sweet.
Alright, we're just
Okay,
waiting
Uka is
on the
confirmed.
OK
Uka is
from
not playing.
Hollywood Horsemen here before we can get her
Just
started.
making sure.
Alright, both teams are ready.
Woo. Let's get right to the action then.
Any preliminary thoughts heading into today's matchup?
It's tough. I mean, this is one of the first games of the season, so we're not really sure how well prepared all the teams are. We're not sure what comps we're gonna see, any strats, but I'm excited. There's a lot of possibilities. New season of Overwatch always brings excitement.
Starting on downtown here.
I'm excited to see our league owner Vinyl get some playtime in.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be very exciting.
You think there's a lean towards Finals team to win because he's on it here?
I don't want to sound biased just because I have so many friends on Goldilocks, but I'm not gonna take anything away from Hollywood Horsemen because anything can happen, So
Very true.
so it looks like we got Soldier, Reinhardt, Moira Lucio with Diva and Junkrat from Hollywood Horsemen.
Nice, nice.
And then we got Ryan Zarya and Junkrat Doomfist and Moira Lucio from the Goldilocks.
Some pretty fast brawly comps. You surprised not to see any Widowmakers here? Feel like a lot of people like to take advantage of the high ground on Busan downtown.
I think maybe Goldilocks is trying to for maybe the brawlier comp with the Doomfist Junkrat, and then with the Hollywood Horsemen, they're probably looking for more like the mid fight, just trying to go with the early pick from Richard.
Somebody will go down.
Oh, two quick picks from Weird, but
Weird
Hex.
Hex. Doing work on the Soldier. But he will go down. Both teams trading. And it will be a cap for the Horsemen. Yeah. Looks like on that play, And Richard found a good end, found the pick on the support, but wasn't able to get out, which is the inherent risk of Doomfist.
I feel like I haven't heard it in a long time too, so okay.
Goldilocks coming back onto the point, looking to get in. Richard finding another pick. Coalescence comes out from the Horsemen. And Richard will go down again, playing a very aggressive playstyle. Magi will get Z-Max as both teams are fighting on point. Here comes Riptire, and it will get broken. Shatter comes in. Oh, and there's a big slam. That looks like that might be it. Tanks grabbed on the point for the Horsemen. Magi getting D-Max again. And it looks like Goldilocks are able to turn it around. It looks like this will be a one fight for them. As the Moira looks to just reset herself rather than leaving it up to the other team.
They did get, the Hollywoo Horsemen did get some good percentage out of that.
And they did, yeah.
And they have 3, almost 4 ults coming up. 5 ults, I didn't even see the soldier ult right there, but yeah. Versus the 3, almost 4 from Goldilocks. So we'll see how they manage those.
Here comes the tire from the Horsemen. Coming in from quite a distance, but still able to find the Reinhardt. That's a huge pick.
Yeah, the main tank going down is pretty big.
And they use both support ults there, maybe questionable. But you know, they're looking to just take the fight, no nonsense. Not taking any risks. And the Coalescence and the Sound Barrier giving them enough to stay up as they pick off the enemy team one by one, and they cap the point. Vinyl look to get back in there, but will be pushed back and taken out. PVT Pile and Johnny also going down. Yeah, I just noticed Johnny was playing DPS this match. He was on my team last season for the league as a support.
Oh, really?
Dynamite Moira player, but also known to break out the J Silly every now and then.
It does look like Goldilocks coming up on 5 ultimates right now,
Yep,
so...
they will have to touch the point soon. Vinyl gets on. He does have the shatter. It's big, but Hex doesn't get shattered. Other ults coming out. Tires, Diva Bombs, Coalescences. Everyone's pressing triangle. There's a grab. Vinyl will go down. Both teams trading. The shatter comes out, looking to finish it off. And this is looking like a one fight for the Horsemen. A very chaotic last fight there.
0-1. Ready.
Oops, sorry guys, I was just having an issue with my mic.
No worries. Get to hear your voice again.
Does my mic sound okay right now?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Okay, changes
Alright,
need to
so
be
any
made.
changes? Looks like we have a McCree coming out.
Five, four.
I would just say shut down the DPS that's doing the work on the other team.
Looks like Richard will be switching over to the Mei for this point.
Oh, okay,
Might
yeah, Mei's
see him
huge.
playing a more passive playstyle, where he's not jumping in.
Kinda with
Vinyl shield already broken.
Yeah.
Mei wall doesn't find anyone, but Johnny will go down. Both teams losing their Junkrats, but the loss of the Moira hurts a whole lot more there. Hollywoo rotates towards the point, nice and organized. Richard is way in front of his team and will go down. Reinhardt's swinging at each other, Vinyl will go down, doesn't have his Moira there to keep him up. And Lucio's gotta run. No dice. Hollywoo do cap the point, and you'll see a pretty decent ult advantage for them, especially on the Moiras, since Cypher died so early last fight, unfortunately. We'll see Coalescence coming out soon, I'm sure. Oh, Cypher able to build it up just as quick, actually. Shouldn't doubt her. Hollywoo getting pushed back without their Reinhardt, still looking to hold the point. Not having a lot of staying power without that big shield. Riptire coming out and finding nothing. PVT pile doing work on the point, cleaning them up. They decide to invest the Blizzard, making sure they definitely cap the point. Possibly a bit of an overinvestment, but, you know, hard to argue with the results there. Alright, the point will be flipped to gold Elo-cked as they look to build up some capture percentage there, coming up on 20%. The May can be huge up here, that's a great wall, but they drop it really early.
Yeah,
And
ooh,
the
nice
shatter is big.
Unfortunately. That's okay, they traded. It's
Oh, and a big grab. Ryan's got to get in there and get some swings. They're not able to follow up the grab even though it catches so many. Vinyl will go down. And that'll be Cypher as well as the Horsemen look to have hold of the point. And they will flip it.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Yeah. Goldilocks are playing pretty well. It looks like there's just not quite the level of coordination you like to see following up, especially on those tank ultimates. Shatter was big, the grab was big, but no one was there to really clean it up and make sure they got those eliminations to win the fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But you know,
Well,
it's still
let
early
things
in the
out.
season.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You expect to see
It's
all
still-
those things ironed out as things go on, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You know,
Trading
this-
ultimates here.
This will heal.
Chaos on the point as it looks like Goldilocks will flip it back. But yeah, I definitely agree to your point that the teamwork and the ult coordination and everything definitely comes the longer you play together as a team and get used to one another.
Yeah, definitely, and like maybe I don't know, maybe like ooh, huge.
Huge tire from Johnny. But
Man, left me
Junkrat's
speechless.
doing work.
Seriously, nice, dude. That'll be on a highlight reel, I bet.
Highlight reel for sure.
Ooh,
and
five.
gets the
There
poor
he goes.
baby
Nice,
diva.
dude.
He's hungry, looking for more.
Yes.
Not satisfied.
Got one more trap out. Like, step into this.
Yep. Alright. Going into the next fight, looks like both Reinhardts will have Shatter. Always interesting to watch the mind games there. Punch goes in, doesn't find much. Shatter finds a lot, but they're not able to follow up again. Both teams trading. Looks like the Horsemen will be coming off better on the point. Both teams at 99%. Visor comes out looking to clean up the stragglers on the point. And there's a beat. It's looking tough for Goldilocks. PVT pile gets back on, but there's just not enough he can do. Johnny tried to be the hero there again, jumping on the point. But map 1 will go to the Horsemen.
It was a great job by both teams. I think just like you said, the coordination with the ults, you know, and finishing with that is a little bit better for the Horsemen. But
Very
definitely
close first map.
Yeah, and this was huge. This was like next level type shit, or type. Sorry for type. Type.
That's
ultimate.
right. Pretty sure we're PG-13, so you're allowed to
Oh,
run those.
gotcha. Okay. But yeah, that was huge. Like, and Johnny Alive coming out with the gold damage and the whole lobby. So
Absolutely.
that makes
He was
sense.
doing work.
Yeah, but
Very close map. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Was there a real turning point in this match, that first opening map, do you guys think, or was it pretty clear cut throughout the entire way?
Drogon, why don't you take this one first?
I would say it was pretty back and forth. Like, it's Control. It was literally the first map of the season for both these teams. It's Control. You know, I am not putting it away for either of them. So, congrats to Hollywoo Horsemen for, you know, taking the first map. But I would definitely still keep that intensity and drive, and, you know, that you had that first map and keep it going throughout, because I'll tell you, Goldilocks, they probably have it in them to come back and, you know, and rally and win this thing. So that is my take on that.
Yeah, absolutely agree. A very back and forth map. Could have gone either way, but the Hollywoo Horsemen just had enough in them to edge it out at the end, saving ults for the right time and finding value. Yeah,
but
both
that tire,
teams definitely still in this. Ooh,
yeah, that
juicy.
tire though. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back on that at the end of the stream just to highlight that.
For sure. Alright, looking like no changes from either team here. Want to keep it rolling with the 6 they have out there.
What comps do you think they're going to be running? It's kind of sticking to the same thing that they're the Junkrat Soldier and the Junkrat, what was it, Doomfist?
Yeah.
On
I
the
would
DPS
definitely
side for both teams.
expect to see more of the same, especially on a map like Temple of Anubis. Junkrat does really well here.
Yeah, definitely expect some Junkrat.
And yeah, Ryan Zarya just being some of the more fun tanks to play, I expect more of the same there.
What are the odds
Both
that we
teams
would see
have good Moira players.
What are the odds we would see a dive come out here on attack?
Dive on Anubis seems like a challenge. I feel like any assault 2CP map with those brutal choke points makes it hard for a team to set up to engage.
I could see it happening though. I could, you know what I could
It's
see?
definitely possible.
Some Symmetra stuff.
Some
I can really,
teleporter strats.
yeah, I would love to see, and I can definitely see some Symmetra stuff happening.
Definitely a possibility. Just waiting on the last confirmed ready before we get back to more of this high-octane Overwatch action.
I'm going to be muted for just a second because I'm going to munch on a Twix. So
Did you bring enough to share?
I did. It's a big one.
Oh, perfect. Alright, and that's the last ready as we head into this map.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis. Initiating match.
I've just been informed one of us sounds like we're whispering. So, me and Hugo have been talking most of the time, and Evan has been running cams. So,
I've been talking that. I've
just
said
let
like
us-
a couple
let us
things
know.
here and there.
Ready or
yeah. So, just let us know who you think it is, and we'll try to get that figured out.
You know, we all have very distinguished voices. Hardly sound like each other.
Oh yeah.
attackers incoming in 30
Alright.
seconds.
Ooh, we've seen some double shield action. Rhine Orisa, perhaps, on defense?
Is that Echo I see?
We got some echo action.
Nice, nice. We will see Johnny switching over to the support, and Balthazar switching over to DPS for this map. Surprised they didn't keep Johnny on the DPS so we could play Junkrat here.
2, 1.
It's surprising to see no Junkrat, but we do got the Symmetra.
We do have the Symmetra. He might have been right on that mark. Let's see what wacky stuff we see from that. Ooh,
nice
great pick
early.
early. Yeah, these first choke points on 2TP maps are just brutal, this one especially. There's only so much you can do with an Orisa shield and a Diva Matrix to get your whole team through. Teleporter coming out if they look to just bypass the choke. And they will get into this enclosure here. Maybe unfortunate shield placement from that Orisa, a little too far to provide the cover they needed. And they are looking to be trapped in this room as they will start to go down one by one. Richard the Hard looking for blood out there. As his turret's, or Balthazar's turret was doing work before it got taken down. Again, yeah, such a tough map to break through. You got all the spam from the Ash Dynamite, the Orisa pulling you in, Torb and his turret, Baptiste spamming, Moira orbs. That's a lot of just entry chip damage that's hard to get around.
Allow me to repair the damage.
And then once you're in, you have to worry about getting pulled out by a Orisa.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like they're just waiting for some resources to become available before they push into this next choke. They're gonna have a tough time though, breaking through both shields with just the Orisa shield. Ever since her nerf, she just doesn't feel the same. And a beautiful play there as they pull the Junkrat into the Ash Dynamite to finish him off. Do you think the Hollywoo Horsemen need to make any changes here to their comp or their strategy, or what's not working here?
I think if they just play it slow, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they just kind of like whittle down with the Zenyatta, you know, they have so much more damage.
Great
And
op
also-
angle from the Junkrat here. But unfortunately they catch on to him very quickly. Both tanks trading. Visor comes out from Weird Hex. And both supports are down for Goldilocks. Richard the Hard comes back on point though and shuts that down promptly. As it looks like it will be a reset for both teams here.
Goldilocks attempting to get back up on that high ground though.
Cease your resistance.
Oh shit!
Big shatter. Huge shatter.
Sorry about that, I had to step away for a second.
That's okay. No big deal.
Everyone pressing triangle, big tire comes out. Goldilocks fighting for their lives on point, trading back and forth, but will it be enough? That lone Torbjorn, a turret and a dream, shut down. As it, with 30 seconds left on the clock, Hollywoo will cap the first point here. And they had to spend a lot to get here, but better to get there than not. And Goldilocks looking like they will have about 4 ults to use on defense here.
Maximum power.
Oh, and a great pick onto the Cypher early. That Zenyatta spam damage can really catch you off guard. Diva Bomb comes in. Hunter gets res back into the fight, but both teams are trading. Triangles are being pressed. Looking like the Horsemen might have to back off here again. Not a bad push from the Horsemen. They were able to build up most of their ults and they only invested the Diva Bomb there. But unfortunately, the Orisa just not able to get up there. And the shield just not as strong as it once was, not able to mitigate the damage coming in through that choke. Three ults online for Goldilocks coming into this fight. And the Shatter, the Bongo, and the Torbolt. Looks like they're going to try pushing left side this time. And they successfully get all sticks in, and they're looking to do some work. The Transcendence comes out a little early, seemingly, but it does mitigate a lot of the damage being done by the Bongo. Bongo Visor coming out from the Horsemen, but the Torbolt and the Shatter coming out with the Ant Matrix. Nothing you can do against that kind of damage being done.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage indeed. Looks like such a good push to start off. With, I think they were running a Mercy Zen, and they had already used the Transcendence. There's just not enough healing, I think, there to really get done, as they do swap over to the double shield Moira Lucio comp. So it should give them a little more sustain, a little more point presence. I like the swaps I'm seeing. And they will just have the Bob for Goldilocks. And the tire for the Horseman. Bob coming in early, shutting off the push before it starts. Coalescence coming in, seemingly to keep the Bob up and just deter them from pushing in. Big tire. Ooh, Johnny perfectly timing the fade to dodge that. Not easy to do. Goldilocks just doing so much damage, so much to even prevent the Horsemen from being able to touch the point here. Even when the Stragglers are able to get on the touch, they don't last very long. And that'll be round one. A full hold on the second point there for Goldilocks.
You know, they did pretty well, you know. But...
yeah. They looked really clean on that defense. Comboing abilities nicely, playing together, using their ults efficiently and effectively.
What do you think was the factor there that stalled Hollywoo's push?
For me, I think it was just their team comp that they were running. Just the amount of damage they were able to block with Orisa and Diva wasn't enough, combined with the relatively low healing output of the Mercy Zen. So they're taking a lot of damage, and the healers just don't have like the raw numbers to get everyone up to full when they're looking to engage a fight. So when they go in to engage, they're low on resources, they're low on health, shields, everything. It makes it tough to stay on that point and capture it. Yeah, they made some good swaps towards the end, but maybe just a little bit too late there. Is this an attack Bastion Sim with double shield? And Horseman this time starting off with the double shield and also an Ana.
Defend objective
Oh man.
Key here for the
It's
Horsemen.
either going to be really good or really bad.
The key for the Horseman here is going to be able to like shut down that Sim turret with that Sim teleport with that Bastion. So all it is, yep, they're just going to set up that Sim TP, get that Bastion up on high ground where you can't.
But they can just get up so easily, and they have the shields to mitigate any damage coming in. And that's another pick. They already used res. Yeah. I expect them to teleport once again as soon as it's back up, or they'll just start rotating in. Goldilocks taking this very slow, looking very methodical in their push. Weird Hex looking to get back into the fight, and we'll find a great pick onto their Moira. Cypher goes for the res, gets it off. And there's the TP that we were expecting, maybe a little later, to a more questionable location. Pyle goes through the TP and finds the enemy team. Getting bounced around, but not going down until I jinx it. That Bastion just uncontested on the high ground, pumping out so much damage, shredding their tanks. Just alone, Ana, fighting on point. Not enough. Some excellent rotations and off angles created by Goldilocks to make that push work. I'm surprised to see Horsemen swapping over to the Zenyatta here.
You know, that Discord can really help if they can get that Discord on that Bastion from the range, because Zenyatta Discord will really help take them out.
That is true. I still think they're going to struggle to mitigate the damage coming in from the Bastion before they're able to find that pick. Plus, since they weren't on Zenyatta the first point, it's going to be tough to build up an ultimate, which would be so key in this fight. Simwall coming in, Bastion tank mode comes out, takes both healers out instantly. Bastion gets shattered, but I think it's just too late. Johnny cleaning everything up with the Coalescence. And that'll be map number 2, as we bring this series to 1-1.
That was a pretty convincing take.
That
So,
was...
the Sim Bastion strat,
That looked well coordinated, well rehearsed.
yeah, that is pretty nasty.
Yeah. 2 CP looking like it might be one of their better map types going into this season.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
strats
definitely.
and coordination like that.
Because Control, you know, it's either it's feast or famine.
Absolutely,
You're either really
yeah.
good at it or...
One player pops off and the map can swing. Something doesn't go your way.
Yeah,
But
so...
2 CP is all about team coordination.
Definitely. And I guess the role swap, maybe that helped a little bit too. Get people on more comfortable roles, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Alright, here we are, 2 maps in. It's tied 1-1 going forward. Who has the edge, you think, coming into this next map?
What's the next map in the series?
Great question. I believe it's King's Row, but don't hold me to that.
Ooh, King's Row.
Rialto, stand corrected, it's Rialto.
Ah, different, but also exciting.
I love Rialto. It's such a good map.
It's a fun map. Not everyone likes it.
Oh. It just has kind of everything. It has boops. It has sight lines.
I think
it's
it,
great.
yeah, that kind of suits both of our preferred heroes. It's a great fire map for you.
Yeah, it's just great. It does everything.
What more could you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna quick see if I can figure out my mic here, guys. Because I think I know what it's gonna be. Under here. See, because I got a new mic, so therefore my settings. Oh, yeah. Gonna crank this guy up.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, mother. Let's get it. Alright, I assume I can be heard a lot better now on stream. I assume you guys can hear me on stream?
Yeah,
Now
no
we're
complaints,
casting.
probably.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Okay, a little loud. Okay, they said a little loud now.
Take
Alright.
it all the way up to 11.
Oh, I...
Hear the game or myself.
Alright, it's an art, it's an art.
It's not an exact science.
Alright, 1 second.
It's all good. Looks like we're taking a few minutes either way for teams to figure out their
Alright.
lineups. And of course for players to have a quick bio break and do what they gotta do.
Alright, is this good? Is this better? Oh fuck, actually the stream's down because I'm on that screen. Alright, take 2. Is this good for my volume? I can get a little bit loud and excited at times, but this should be
This sounds like a good volume, or at least it sounds
Sweet.
better from what I could hear earlier. Hard to say what the stream
perfect
is hearing.
medium. Hell yeah, let's get it.
Alright, looks like Goldilocks will be swapping Elo-cked for Vinyl.
Goodbye, Vinyl. Hello, Icicle. Or Ice Cold, right?
And that is correct.
Alright, now I gotta swap everyone over here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
And
Alright.
if I were gonna guess with that swap, and this is purely speculation, my guess would be Richard the Hard going over to tank, and Elo-cked coming in to play DPS.
We shall see.
I know Richard plays a pretty mean Reinhardt.
Knowledge of blue.
Yeah, that's what he plays for us on the team I'm on him with.
It is a muscle.
Or, I'm with him. Wait,
Yes.
how do I say that?
English are hard.
Oh, well. Oh, Twitch chat, come on, guys. Don't leave me hanging like that. Gosh darn it. I read you, you said blue, and then you say red. Come on. Come on. Get with the program. Love you, Twitch chat. I did.
You know
oh,
what my
yeah, I
favorite
gotta
part
stop.
of Twitch is? Favorite part of Twitch? It would have to be if you have, you know, Amazon Prime. You know, just little things some people might have heard of. You can link it with your Twitch account, and you know you get a free Twitch Prime subscription to your favorite stream, or you know, PlayStation Overwatch League that you want to support. I mean, I'm just.
You know,
spitballing
I mean, you know,
ideas here,
like
but, you know,
Bronze
give us your
Taco
Twitch Prime.
Overwatch League. I don't know, like you know, they're
I've
pretty
heard
good.
of
They're
them.
pretty. You know,
Quality
I heard they're a pretty good
content.
league.
Quality content. Yeah, I would support it. 100%.
I've heard their cameraman's a little bad, especially with using his microphone. But like aside from that, I've heard it's a pretty good league to watch.
It's okay. He can be bad
DJ
because he's
Frying
handsome.
Pan. The score is 1-1 right now.
Alright. I'm just waiting on one more ready before we get you all back to this action.
What do you guys think we're gonna see coming out of here for DPS wise? Like Rialto, like you gotta think. I mean, we didn't see a Widow or anything like that on downtown Nepal, but you know, maybe we're gonna see a Widow or something range come out of here, especially with these long sightlines along the corridors, especially like point 1 and point 2 here. Or you guys think it's gonna be similar, you know, Junkrat, Soldier, Symmetra type comps?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely hope to see some of that. Widow can be pretty powerful on the first and second point where there's those long sight lines, a lot of high ground to be taken advantage of. I would also like to see a Pharah in here, maybe.
Yeah, Pharah is extremely good on this map.
All the tall buildings to play around.
Yeah.
It just works.
Try to get some boobs in, maybe.
Some boops off the bridge. Everyone's here to see the boops. Let's see, coming up pretty soon, what these teams are going to be running.
Personally, I'm here to see the flowers, but yeah, let's see the boops too. Boops are great.
Yeah, you can stop and smell the flowers, but also watch a few boops. I mean, why not both?
Por qué no los dos? Yeah, exactly.
Porque no los dos, you read my mind.
Alright, let's get some action here. Again, the Junkrat mirror.
Not typically what you think of as being a Junkrat map, but I am eager to see how these teams make it work. Alright, so I was mistaken. Richard the Hard will be staying on DPS as Johnny will be swapping back to his tank. He is swapping to tank for the first time. Is this Johnny playing all 3 roles in 3 maps? Damage one game, support the next, and now tank? The man does it all.
That is what you call a flex player.
Truly a renaissance man.
Can't ever go wrong
He
there.
also does some streams on Twitch where you know busts out a DJ set. The man truly does it all. Alright, we'll be seeing the double shield from Goldilocks going against the Orisa Diva from the other side.
Junkrat getting picked on that Hollywood Horseman early for some mercy to res
Get
here.
res back into it. Johnny getting aggressive, pushing the payload up. And Richard the Hard will go down as DPS traded on both sides. Both teams just spamming, trying to get past all the shields and everything in the game. Appear to have reached a bit of a standstill around this corner.
So Hollywood giving them some real grief here at this first corner, which is, you know, the really one of the harder points.
Pharah. But the Pharah will go down to the May, icicle to the head, Discord orb, and that's it. Richard the Hard came in on the Pharah, but Balta instantly wipes out all tanks and supports.
We're gonna have another Junkrat attire ult to add to the highlight reel at the end.
Big tires all around. Alright, it looks like both support ults online for both teams.
Double bongos, question mark?
Double bongos. I'm surprised to see Richard pushing ahead, but no Mercy with him, even though they are running the pharmacy comp. or they do have a Mercy available.
Here's
So
the
it doesn't look
relation.
like they're getting the max value from that hero.
Oh, there's one bongo.
Zenyatta will go down. Unfortunately, he did have Transcendence as he is getting rezzed back into the fight. And will find revenge. Icicle goes down. Transcendence comes out. I'm not sure for why, but it's there, and they are healed up as they are able to, you know, restabilize and get themselves set up on this corner.
It was a zoning trance, don't worry.
A zoning trance, yes, yes, yes. Pharah looking to get the off angles, but will get spotted out by the Mei and walled off. Then aggressively.
Ooh.
Tired will be taken down. It was an interesting bit there with Mercy damage boosting the Moira instead of the Pharah there. But hey, it worked. Baby Diva is gone.
60 seconds remaining.
Ooh, they get the touch.
Oh, and the recontest comes in just in time, but I don't know how long it will last. Trade's looking to be going in favor of Goldilocks, but Tyre comes out. And everyone got off. That'll be first point capped for them. As they march on. Alright, there we go. Balthazar playing with Richard now, so we got the pharmacy going as they look to push ahead and take some space there. And the lonely Moira on cart duty.
Uh-oh.
Diva Bomb coming out. Seemed a bit ambitious, but will find a pick. Gets rezzed, but Johnny will go down on the Sigma as he was caught out, unable to get back to his team after the Diva Bomb.
Now it's just some cleanup going on here for Hollywoo Horsemen.
Absolutely pushing in as the stragglers are able to get out. Alright, Richard will be swapping back to the Hanzo here. They didn't seem to have too much synergy or comfort running the pharmacy comp, so maybe he just felt like he'd get more value playing a different character. He can more comfortably spam damage from the back lines now. Coalescence comes in. I'm expecting to see them push, get a little more aggressive now that they have the extra healing output. Bongo comes out.
Ooh, Johnny gets picked. Alright, tanks are down here for the...
Johnny back in. Yeah, I was surprised how that fight went. Despite the ultimates being invested for Goldilocks, they did not find the same value in the fight. Johnny looks to whiff his Gravitic Flex as a big tire comes out again. Transcendence again coming at a weird time when the fight seems to be won. The Visor just cleaning people up. PVT pile discorded and taking a lot of damage on that Aris on that bridge, but we'll be able to back off to safety. Oh, close to getting pulled off the edge there. And another benefit to playing Hanzo. You can just dump someone from across the map and get that easy advantage.
Here comes Dragons on cart.
Looks like it will be doing a lot of damage in addition to splitting F13. Hopefully they'll be able to push and capitalize.
Oh no.
Both teams now running the Arista Diva comp as Johnny swaps over. Kept wanting to say swap and switch at the same time. Couldn't do it. Both teams just looking to grab a hold on points, try to find somewhere where they can pump in the damage and keep themselves safe. Hunter on the big Orisa flank will find some value there. Just right in the enemy team and seemingly doing okay until I start talking about it. The Tire and the Coalescence is cleaning up the enemy team as Goldilocks looks to push through here. Magi will get D-mech'd, but Cypher goes down. Yeah. NYC takeover coming in and doing some damage, finding some key ticks there to their damage and their healing. We'll go for the Tire.
Alright,
Saves
I
with
got
the immortality field. That was clutch. But no one's on the cart, and they do just get back in time to touch.
say the thing is that the immortality only
And it looks
saved.
like
Ooh.
the bongo visor will clean everyone up, and that'll be the end of the push there.
So that's the thing about Junkrat tire on a Baptiste lamp. That's not the same as it is with a Lucy Walt or something. You know, the people underneath that lamp still, I mean, they're existing at 20% health. So therefore,
They do
even
take a
with
lot
that,
of damage.
so I think so. Yeah, like the lamp saved their lives, but then they stayed at that 20% health even afterwards, making them easy targets for that bongo visor that came immediately after.
Definitely, Hollywoo Horsemen saving their key ultimates to win that team fight in overtime there. The tire to take out key cooldowns and lower a lot of the teammates, and then the bongo visor, just not a lot you can do against that kind of damage output.
Again, Hollywoo Horsemen looking to come out here on this Orisa Diva Junkrat comp. You almost gotta wonder if
And
that's Soldier is for in case they come out with a Pharah defense, or if that's just gonna be preemptive like they want to run a Soldier with this comp.
Seems to be their preferred hero choice there. Weird Hex has been playing Soldier for the majority of these games, or this game so far. Alright, after a good defense, let's see what they can do on offense.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
A big rock gets the early stun.
Discord's on to Sigma though. He's gotta look to find cover to break this Discord.
And he will go down. Immortality field just a little too late. May is also isolated from their team as they look to run back. Will get pulled. And just trying to live on card, but Ice Cold is taken down. A tough defense, or a tough start to their defense for Goldilocks.
So now the best thing that Goldilocks can do is to give a little space. They're losing the utility of their maze so far. Like they just gotta, you know, they back up, regroup, get some cooldowns back. You know, look to recontest her before it touches the end. The lamp comes out here early. The maze back now.
Again, looking to take splitting anyone off. A big Hulk rock combo. And
Oh,
Matrix
huge,
and Bongo.
huge window.
And they're shredding. They decide to put the visor into that, and it's working.
It's winnable!
Finds two.
Winnable! Winnable!
Well, and that'll
See-
be first point count for Hollywoo.
So that's where like some game sense has to come in. It's like, okay, cool. That yes, they had to invest 2 ultimates with the visor and the tire. However, with those 2 ultimates, they knew they could turn what was a losing fight into a fight win for them.
Absolutely.
Really gotta give credit to Hollywoo Horseman's DPS there on that one.
Yeah, and I was surprised with the Bongo and Matrix coming out from Goldilocks, and the support ultimates not being online for the Horsemen. I thought they were going to have so much trouble mitigating all that damage, but they are able to make it work and cap that first point.
Nice
Flux comes in,
trans.
but the trance is ready, very timely.
Ooh,
nicely
trans
done
and
there.
Valk coming out here.
Blizzard comes out, but will get eaten by Magi. Huge play.
Axe was looking for an
Icicle.
angle. Oh no.
He got brought right into their team, but able to get behind cover. Richard the Heart finding another pick on Doomfist. He looks to go back in.
Oh no, there went NYC's tire.
Did he go for that tire, or like right
Yep,
next to their team
he
right there?
died as he got tired there. However, Bongos comes
Yep.
out here for Gold Elo-cked, looking for some nice cleanup just with it. Oh, and Richard's on the prowl for the Zenyatta.
His natural prey.
The unsuspecting Zenyatta lies in wait as the Doomfist stalks him.
Lurking in the shadows.
Oh, Richard just gives up, comes back to his team.
Diva Bum coming in over the
Ooh,
top.
there goes
Will find
Lamp
an
though.
immortality
They don't
field.
have Lamp,
Yep.
and
But Johnny knocked off the edge by a concussion mine, and Richard the Heart going down as well. NYC taking over.
NYC popping
This
off
match.
here.
Visor
Here comes-
comes in, the DPS for Hollywoo doing work. Big
Visor and Valk used there. Two really good combos, actually. It's not the same as a Nano Visor, but a damage-boosted Visor still does a lot of work.
Still pretty effective, as they momentarily all get off the cart. Zenyatta hops back on to make sure they do get the cart progress. Doomfist going into the back lines. Meteor striking its way back to safety. Or further in. He's going in. And he will go down. Probably should have gone for safety, but I respect it.
Aw,
Weird
that
Hex
Gravitic
goes
comes
down.
just before they built the trans.
And a
huge
big tire. NYC takeover.
Lamp's
Making
been
the
used.
Junkrat work. He's on cart now, just trying to clean it up. Throws a trap down. And
Oh,
a
massive
big
slam. That's
Oh,
huge.
it's a juicer.
Discord is on this
Blizzard comes
Doomfist
out.
right now. Doomfist down. Discord's on the Mei. Mei's down.
Ice-Cold was the only one there, though. The Transcendence comes out just to make sure the Rhine stays up. But this is
Orisa's
looking like
Bongo's
that.
deleted.
Victory.
Well, and the momentum swings once again. Hollywoo, Horsemen, an excellent push from them. Well played. 2-1 in favor of Hollywoo.
Play of the game.
Huge plays throughout this game by NYC. I wonder what they're picking here. Oh, could it be
Bang.
anything else than the quad? I suppose not. You're right.
Nope. And the spray.
Oh, and the spray,
Oh,
and the spray.
Very nice, very tasteful.
Nice little train.
38% of his team's hero damage. Insane work.
So that's the thing with running a lot of Orisa comps, though. Junkrat can get huge value, because just with how quickly he can burn down that shield, and it's just as well
Sure.
how much damage he can do on what's hiding behind that shield in a matter of seconds.
Absolutely. One of his, like, stray grenades catching a discorded target. That's just, bad luck for the enemy team.
Discorded target, damage boosted Junkrat. Oh my gosh,
Oof. Yeah,
that
kinda
is a
questions the Zen
tank's
Mercy
worst
comp.
nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. Watching your HP bar just disappear before your eyes. Alright, what are we looking at for our map number 4 here?
I believe it was Hollywood actually is the next map. Speaking of Hollywoo Horsemen,
Ooh. Their hometown map,
excuse me.
in a manner of speaking.
There we go. Okay, it's fine by me.
Leave the dog alone, and lo and behold, life will get much better for you.
So there's really some massive plays that just occurred throughout that game by the DPS. You think there was one DPS for Hollywood Horsemen? You know, you think it really was, especially, you know, NYC on that Junkrat making the plays, or you think Weird Hex was also helping him out, making that space also with those soldier ults?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think definitely you see them making each other play better. Because the thing is, like, if you try to put more resources into shutting just one of them down, the other one has more space to pop off and do their thing while the team's overcommitting on one hero. So I think, obviously, like, the better both of them are playing, the more space both of them have, and the better their team's gonna do.
Okay. It looks like both teams here are figuring out their SR changes. You think, you know, speaking of changes, do you think there's any major changes that Gold Elo-cked should be, like, looking to make? You know, considering, I mean, they appeared very strong on that Anubis map with that Symmetra Bastion comp, especially on attack. You know, think there's something that they should be looking into, you know, especially with Hollywoo being a hybrid map. So you have the first point, you know, with Assault, you're trying to take a point, and the rest of the map is payload. You know, looking at Rialto, like, you know, they just struggled to, like, keep momentum going against Hollywoo. Do you think there's something that they should be looking forward to and looking to do to their team comp to really make that extra space and push into Hollywoo Horsemen?
Yeah, I think we could definitely see something like that. They look so coordinated, so clean on Anubis. I definitely would not be surprised to see them break out a similar composition, especially for the first capture point. But again, they've just had so many substitutions, so many like comp changes. Not a bad thing at all. They're trying to figure out what suits their playstyle best in a competitive match, first match of the season. So still trying to iron out some of the kinks and find out what their real strengths are there. As Vinyl will be coming back in for Ice-cked.
Oh, I see why that meant. Okay. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like, half the world just made more sense to me in, like, the last 2 seconds. I'm not gonna say what it was, as I'm actually kind of embarrassed with, like, what I just realized.
It's alright. No one's, born knowing everything. Some things come at different speeds.
In case if anyone watching stream is curious, I'm Silent Slam in it. No, this has been a really good match thus far. As I said, like, Gold Elo-cked clearly had the upper hand on that assault map, and Hollywoo Horsemen, kind of, it was the opposite with them on the payload style map of Rialto. Sup? Oh shit. Okay, they're ready.
Sorry about that. Yeah. But yeah, I agree.
And
We do have a very good
Hollywoo
match
was also
here.
ready.
Very competitive, back and forth. Arguably better than most Overwatch League games, since we've seen a lot of 3-0s there. So, I'm not trying to compare Bronze Taco's Overwatch to OWL, but I mean, like...
Alright. It looks like both teams are ready.
Clearly we're looking a little better.
Both teams are ready to go, and we're about to get underway here, so let's get it.
Let's do it.
Hollywoo Horsemen starting out on the attack first on this hybrid map. Again, it's a hybrid because it starts off an assault and finishes with a payload. And, I can be honest, personally, I like hybrid maps the most out of all the map types. Just because it's that mix of that assault and the payload style.
Yeah, they're just fun. They have so many good map designs. I think, King's Row, obviously the more iconic or hybrid map. But there's just so many good ones to choose from. Great map design, great game mode. What more could you want?
Horizon Lunar Colony to be hybrid.
Fair.
I feel like that would make Horizon Lunar Colony a lot better, Just make it a hybrid map.
Just pushing a cart along the moon, I like it.
I would love Horizon Lunar Colony so much more.
I'm sure that's what they're working on. Jeff's on it with, like, the map reworks redesign.
Yeah, it's to make it a hybrid map, obviously. Get our first look at a Rhine Zarya comp coming out here.
Ooh, let's get it. Vinyl back in, coming to the Rhine.
Actually, no, at first look, they came out with this comp on the Busan map, going back to it, actually. We got that Somber coupled with it. They'll look to see if they can follow up the hacks made by Richard here.
Hollywoo coming into Hollywood with the same team comp that's gotten them this far. Richard on the Sombra will be looking to do some work here. Johnny back over to DPS,
Early
finding a
pick
great
here on
early
Soldier.
pickup. Yeah. I thought I saw them going for the res. but it doesn't look like it came off as Richard looks to get in their back line and do some work. Sees the Junkrat coming into the tight room and decides to get the heck out of there. A wise decision.
Final looking to take some space here.
Yeah, but shield will go so low, as maybe his team didn't anticipate him backing up there, and Cypher and Johnny both go down.
I have to play more
4v6
defensively here.
Yeah. The Immortality Field comes out seemingly a little early, but this is looking like an easy first point sink for Hollywoo. Not sure how to feel about the Sombra pick here. It's a tough hero to play. I mean, when it works, it really works, but when it's tough, you're just doing so little. It looks like they will be finding a lot more value now, of course, as they start talking about it. 65% of that EMP and a good pick onto the enemy Orisa. Oh, and PVT Pile already having the grab ready.
Richard forced to translocate away from the front here. Could smell some danger
Final
here.
looking to be a little isolated from the rest of his team as he falls back. Tire coming out.
Ooh,
Oh,
there goes
and
a
the
tire.
Immortality
Grab
Field comes
trans
online.
on the window as well.
Just in time. Triangles being pressed left and right, but NYC takeover finding two before going down. Tire coming out from Johnny. Finds two. NYC takeover gets rezzed back into the fight. Johnny taken down. The bomb goes out. Way too much damage. And Hollywoo will keep on rolling.
You know, the Transcendence there that was popped by Biant that was really key in maintaining that push, especially once that grab
Absolutely.
and window
Once they
came
were all
out.
grabbed. Yeah. Perfect timing on that Transcendence, definitely.
NYC.
Richard looking to just get in position for that EMP, but both supports already down for his team. I don't think he'll even get a chance to use it. This is looking like another quick reset. The charge in. Oof.
Soldier got the flank on them. You know, Richard just never had a chance to really hack anyone or
course,
make any
yeah.
space with his EMP. He might look for a
No.
recontest here, but I don't see. It's just not going to work.
Just stalled it on the off chance his team could get back to contest with that second point. And Hollywoo will have a 5-minute time bank to cap the last point here.
No,
This
BX
EMP is going to have to be big if they're looking to get back in. And it will catch 4 on Hollywoo.
early EMP though.
PVT will go down, unfortunately, as their abilities look to be coming back online.
Lamp comes out. Lamp is already down. BX Hunter went inside, but
Johnny's
is it
tire
too much?
will get taken down. Hunter getting rezzed back into the fight. And a counter tire.
finds Balthazar.
Finds the Baptiste, yeah. As Hollywoo will push around that tough first corner.
Yeah, Hollywood making great progress here.
Coalescence coming out, yep.
There's still 4 minutes left in this time bank. Deeper Bomb goes in deep. Ooh,
Finds Johnny. Oh, the Shatter
just
Bomb,
a
it's
hair
huge.
late.
Hollywoo not taking any nonsense, just, oh my god, and
Ooh.
the charge. Hunter's feeling
VX
it.
Hunter, someone stop him!
He can't be stopped. The charge, the shatter, he does it all. Cypher's trying to sneakily stay alive on point. But after that fate's gone, that visor's just gonna clean up.
Pass into the iris.
Balthazar is sitting
And,
there, I mean, VX Hunter's sitting
Left
there
a
like,
little speechless.
VX Hunter's like, oh, I can't 1v4? Hold on, watch this. And just goes in and tries to, and just
Watch me.
1v4s. Just
A
1v4s.
big slam, swing and charge, cleans up. And they're just never able to get a full team fight in. A resounding 3-point cap for Hollywoo here. They looked good on that attack.
You know, you gotta wonder, you know, will Goldilocks' aggression be able to match that of Hollywoo Horsemen's? Like, Hollywoo Horsemen, they were aggressive on that attack throughout.
Yeah. Goldilocks looked to be on the back foot the entire time there.
So, because ever since that first fight there at Choco, they got picked twice early on. They just seemed to be constant backpedal. I think that they'll be able to
not
recover.
able to really regroup and get a full 6v16 fight after that. And it's just tough. Once the momentum gets rolling and start to really, reset, literally with your whole team and then mentally. But they need to cap all 3 points if they want to stay in this game.
So, I think though if they, work with the Sombra here, like coordinate the hacks and whatnot, especially now that Hollywoo is running a Ryan Diva comp, I think that the Sombra will actually have a lot more luck running into it.
Yeah, definitely agree. Sombra is all about the team play. If it's not getting the support, not coordinating with your team, it's just not going to be as effective. Yeah, and the problem last round wasn't so much that Richard wasn't able to build EMPs, it's just they weren't able to get a team fight where it made sense to use it. They built it up on the second point, but they just weren't able to get a team fight where they could find value for it.
Alright. Richard forces Hollywoo off of the high ground, take him on low ground.
Yeah.
PvT power
Magic
gets
gets
picked
DMX.
early.
Weird Hex goes down, NYC takeover down, Richard in the backline, getting everything started and really turning this point. A big hack onto the Reinhardt, and Hunter will go down.
It's just the Mercy and the
Looks like
Soldier
it's
here
just
holding
Soldier,
out.
Yep. A hack
Mercy
onto
hack?
the Mercy, and that'll be that.
Now it's a
And
quick
Richard's
first point take.
already 80% to the EMP. And that's gonna be big.
All systems checked out. I'm back in the fight. With full oil.
Oh, but will unfortunately run into a Junkrat concussion mine. And Beast 10 back to spawn.
Routing towards forward turn.
Yeah, if they get that EMP online soon and are able to find a good time to use it, unfortunately walks into a trap and is taken out.
That's another early pick here on Richard.
I'm gonna stop talking about Richard, I feel like I'm jinxing him. The old caster curse.
Goldilocks is trying
Vinyl
to
goes
hold
in
his
on that
corner.
Diva, but not able to get the support from his team.
Forces out the Cole. Reinhardt gets
Big
hacked
hack,
here.
Yep. They gotta get aggressive with that. Richard going down again, having a tough time with all the
NYC
Junkrat
popping
damage.
off.
Tire comes in and Visor at the same time.
Ooh.
And Cypher, unfortunately, late stagger there.
That's gonna be a
Thought
massive
they were
stagger.
safe around the corner, but Weird Hex just came in. It's like, I see you around that corner. You're not getting away that easy. And it's just so hard for Richard to get into the enemy team, trying to get through all the damage coming in.
Ooh, but Richard
We'll
gets a
get the
pick on
best of
NYC.
Yep. He got decloaked as he tried to run through the enemy team. But wins that 1v1.
Here comes the
Big
EMP. Trans
Oh, but
Shatter
huge
comes out
play.
though.
Huge play from BN. Stays
Oh,
out
here
of
comes the
range
counter
of
shatter
EMP.
though. Counter shatter,
And a
counter
counter
trans.
Big plays from
Reinhardt
both
is still
Zenyatta there.
discorded. Here comes a tire
Johnny
though.
with the tire. And it's
Two-man
big.
tire kill. Here comes a bomb.
Diva bomb on point.
There goes the Zen. I don't even know who's still alive.
I can't keep track. Triangles
See,
are being pressed,
tanks?
bodies are dropping, reses are coming back in. It's anyone's
Here comes
match
another
still.
Diva
Another
bomb.
Diva bomb. Why not? Doesn't find anybody, but does get some space on the point.
Also gets the mech back.
Richard goes down again.
Here
And
comes
a big
another
slam
shatter.
from PVT, but he will go down.
Forces out Cole. The Diva's discorded currently. The D-Mech, Hollywoo's Diva, but their Diva gets
This
D-Mech
is
in
one of the
turn.
scrappiest fights
Here
I've
comes
ever
another
seen.
tire.
Another tire and a visor.
Diva gets
A
res.
res comes in. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. This fight's been going on for what feels like days.
Yo, Weird Hack gets picked here, but then Richard gets killed along with Johnny. You gotta think at some point, one of these teams is gonna call for a reset. Just, figure out exactly what ults that they have left after all of that.
If I had to make an educated guess of the comms in, both teams, it's just everyone screaming, winnable, winnable, winnable!
Hey, every fight is winnable.
You just gotta believe.
You must believe! As long as you have one ultimate, the fight is winnable.
True.
Ooh, Vinyl getting D-Max early here. Crunchy bombing.
The
Oh,
shatter bomb. The Valk comes out and makes sure they're staying in this fight. And Goldilocks looking to be hard stalled out here on this second point. So tough to break through. Richard does have another EMP, but his team will be looking to reset here before they're able to use
I wonder
that.
if they're going to be looking to go in with an EMP bomb here, possibly. Just finally needs a couple more percentage points.
Yeah. V-Ant does have the Transcendence up, playing really smartly away from his team. But Richard
he gets hacked though. Ooh.
Gets the peel from his other support.
Alright. Richard's probably just waiting for Vinyl to build up that last percentage for the bomb here. Alright, they have the combo. That's a matter of waiting.
Any day now. There it is.
Here it comes!
Catches 5.
And the
there's
D-Mac!
2.
You know, 2 down and the
3,
D-Mac. No
4.
supports. Forces out Cole here though, with the Reinhardt pushing there, Ryan. BX lost their Reinhardt, the Soldier and D.Va just back up. Junkrat goes down, NYC. NYC goes down with Tire.
Such a good job with his positioning on Zenyatta, was staying away from his team, but gets pressured by the Sombra and forced to stay with his team. So he gets caught by the EMP, unable to use Trance. Not that it would have been super helpful against the D.Va Bomb, but might have helped the rest of his team stay in it for a little bit longer.
I mean, it would have saved his life, because if you remember right,
True.
He died.
He wouldn't have died from it, but his other teammates might not have been so fortunate.
Double trans. Now that's a lot of
Both
healing.
Reinhardt's down. Tire comes out from both sides. Chaotic fight. Still not sure who's alive and who's not.
And Vinyl gets demeched. NYC goes down. It's a half team fights right now going on point. But Vinyl goes down fully.
Johnny's still alive on point, pumping in damage, finding some picks.
Weird Hex goes down. There goes BX Hunter, but Cypher goes down.
As the supports look to get back in, I think Goldilocks have it on the second point. If they can take down this D.Va before the rest of the team gets back, they will get demacked.
Crunchy was so close to that D.Va bomb. Johnny goes. Weird Hex goes down though. It looks to me like
that's gonna be it.
Goldilocks is capped second point.
Just peeks his head out the door looking to recontest, but we'll quickly back out of there.
Alright, they got split spawns coming up here, so gonna be looking to probably try and quick regroup here as a team to get into this next team fight. You know, you gotta look though, Goldilocks only has a little over a minute left in their time bank going into this third point.
They are close to another EMP bomb though. They do have Shatter and Tire online. They've got some good ults. That should get them through this tough third point.
Ooh, BX Hunter gets picked early. You gotta wonder if they're gonna look to Shatter. There's a Shatter!
The flank Shatter! It's juicy!
Massive!
All of them on the ground. NYC on the high ground though. Will get spotted out by Vinyl as he goes up to pressure him out.
Yeah, can do nothing but back up from this Reinhardt pushing
Huge
into
Shatter
him.
from Pyle. That was the difference maker there. They might have enough time though to regroup and really get the recontest.
Ooh, NYC dying weight there. Here comes a Val.
EMP.
They got touch.
And there's the Tire.
The massive
Huge
Tire.
Play. Such a great play on third point there. Piles, I think, really made that push for them. Allowed them to save the EMP bomb and Tire, everything for that last push to really seal it.
Alright, we got ourselves an overtime here.
And we got us a game.
Can you think of a better way to have match point than have it go to 4 points overtime to round 3 and 4 overtime? Because
that's a sweaty match of Overwatch without some overtime in it somewhere.
That's the thing, because Hollywoo got it in with time in the time bank, allowing them to go to this overtime period.
4 minutes versus 1 in the time bank.
Yeah, but here's the thing though,
anything can happen.
You know how many times I've been pushed in my ranked game, like all 3 points when they only have 1 minute in the time block? Like, I mean, it sucks, but like I've had it happen, and I've also been on the side that pushes it. It's always winnable.
Let's see what these teams got.
Looks like coming out with the Ryan D.Va comp again, and again on the Junkrats.
But Richard switching over to Tracer from the Sombra this time.
And
maybe just looking for more consistent damage, some consistent pickoffs.
The only difference in the team comps is a Soldier versus a Tracer. It's gonna be a real interesting time here. I'm real curious to see how this will go. I wonder if Richard's going to Tracer for Pulse.
Supports for Hollywoo switching over to Moira Lucio, giving him a little more sustain, a little more survivability.
Especially the mobility side of things, getting that Reinhardt places.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think Richard might have been hoping they still had a Zenyatta. Easy pickings for a Tracer, but we'll walk into another Junkrat trap.
Vinyl tries to force him off the high ground. And they do end up eventually dropping off high ground, so Vinyl can set up there
we'll
now with
take
the
control.
Junkrat. But Vinyl is demeched immediately.
I thought they had the advantage up there. Johnny came up to support him.
Alright,
And
Magi gets
will get
demeched.
demeched. But Pyle goes down as Hunter's just getting aggressive swinging. He doesn't even have L2 bound on his controller. He's just got a hammer.
Johnny was trying to do some work from high ground. He gets B at with his death, but no, a late stagger here, and the Diva's fighting on
Vinyl
point.
getting demeched. PvT Pyle coming back in.
Supports
Hoping to
Ryan
keep
and
his team.
Tracer.
They find the pick on the Moira, that's big. Both teams trading back and forth, main tank down, both tanks for Goldilocks down. It's chaotic, the tire comes in, this could clinch it.
Huge tire! Oh my god!
NYC once again taking over. Huge
Johnny's
plays.
trying to come onto the point of his Junkrat to salvage it. NYC
But
takes
cleaned
him
up
out.
by NYC.
NYC is like, oh, you want another one? Come here. I got a bomb for you.
There's plenty for everyone, and a full hold. As Goldilocks can only hope to draw.
3 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Now, what do you think is going to be the team comp here to, try and get this full hold in for Goldilocks? Do you think
I
you're
wouldn't
going to
be
have to, like,
surprised at all if they broke out the double shield, the...
Bastion
Sim
bunker it,
Bastion.
or Sim Bastion?
Yeah.
So I'm
I think they
thinking here,
gotta-
too.
It's high risk, high reward, but I think it gives them the best chance probably of full holding it here. 4 minutes is a heck
Close.
of a long time.
They got the double shield with the Bastion, except for they got Johnny again on the, the Junkrat. He was doing some work on that Junkrat throughout the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now they come
But
out
this
with the
gives
Baptiste
the-
Mercy.
Yeah,
Attackers
there you go.
in 30
A
seconds.
nice bunker comp, a lot of survivability. If they play together well, cycle their ultimates, they do have a chance of holding this, but definitely not going to be easy.
Here's the thing, if you're on the side of Hollywoo Horsemen, like, all you gotta do, in a way, is everyone save up their ultimates, and then if everyone presses triangle at once, you gotta be ready on the side of Gold Elo-cked for Hollywood to do something like that. You gotta be ready to counter those ults. Which, that's the one downside of a true bunker comp. You don't really have many ultimates to counter. I mean, you have a Lamp. That'll stop the first ult, but then you got 5 ults after
But
it.
after that, yep, not a lot in the way of defensive ults, like a Transcendence or a Sound Barrier. Hunter's shield already shredded. An attack bastion too from Weird Hex. An interesting strategy to try to break this bunker.
DPS separating from their tanks right now, though it looks like they're getting into position.
Yep, looks like they're trying to take the high ground here, but Magi will get demeched. Gameplay just not crunchy enough.
BX Hunter down, Lamps
Dueling
forced out.
bastions. Richard the Hard wins the Bastion 1v1. Vinyl
Final
will go
goes down. That could be bad here because he's gonna have
The Baby
to walk
Diva,
back and
Crunchy
forth.
Magi just spamming shots at the Bastion to get their mech back. A respectable approach. Alright, and if I'm
Bastions don't
Hollywoo
move
here,
much.
yeah, I think you just gotta be playing for ultimates. Take some slow fights here with your time advantage. Build up those ultimates and then just use them smartly. Wait for your advantage.
So the thing is, Hollywood, they're sitting here, they still got 3 minutes left in their time bank.
Exactly. If they rush themselves and start panicking, then it's definitely over.
Just slow and methodical approaches, that's all you need right now. Alright, there
Tank
goes
ult
Bastion
comes
ult.
out. See, and that feels like a weird time to use it while they're in a very secure position up there.
Other than they're
Doesn't seem like
peeking
you're gonna
now.
get... Yeah. I guess it's a zoning tank configuration. But still
Here
feels
comes
like it could've
Cole,
come at a different
there
time.
goes Bongo.
I feel like they didn't mean to fall down, but they're capping the point, and Richard the Hard. See, I think that's unfortunate. I think Alice Ross meant to stay on the high ground with the Coalescence on their team, keeping them up with the Bastion damage coming in, but they fell to the low ground and just weren't as effective.
Uh-oh, Johnny's on the prowl.
As they
But here
look
comes
up,
NYC back
Goldilocks-
at him, getting the pick on Johnny.
Unlucky.
Here's the thing,
Goldilocks does
they
have
aren't
5
looking in that
ultimates, though.
corridor. Oh, Junkrat's having free reign. They wall the Bastion though. That almost hurt their Junkrat more than it helped. Here comes the Shatter by Vinyl. There comes Window on that Bastion. Yo, that's a lot of damage coming out of that window.
Hunter went for the Shatter and got shredded.
Yo, the Transcendence capping
Big
point.
tire.
The Spear's Vinyl on point.
A tire coming back.
Finds NYC.
The May. But the
Ooh.
holding on by the
but here
skin
comes
of their
comes the
teeth.
tank lines
Hunter
and the
coming
Mercy
back in.
back.
They're looking to push it. They're not waiting. They
It's a
don't want the
3v2
reset.
right now if they can get it.
They find the pick on a pile. It's just Johnny Cypher coming back in with the Valkyrie. But they're not able to touch the point.
They don't touch! They don't touch! And with that, Hollywoo Horseman wins!
What a match.
They don't get
that
the
was
touch.
sweaty right up to the end. So competitive. Well played by both teams.
Play of the game.
And that'll be the match to Hollywoo, correct? 3-1?
Yep, that's 3-1. Goes to Hollywoo Horseman.
Great games from both teams. Another big tire play from NYC.
Oh, this was a 3, right? Yeah, it was
Yep.
it was only 3, you know. Just 3, that one. No big
We've
deal.
seen better. 70% kill participation with the Junkrat.
Can we see
Some
last map?
impressive work. Really taken over.
It was an absolutely close game. I wouldn't want any different for a game for match point. That's exactly what you love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very entertaining. Loved every second of it. Very exciting. Could have gone either way on all maps. But in the end, it shook out the way of Hollywoo.
Let's see if we can get the last map, which this will be the first time this season then that we would be playing the final map, which for round 1 is Dorado. So again, we'd be going back to a payload style map.
Oh, true. Back to Escort.
Yep. Gonna see if the teams want to pursue this last map here. It looks like... Okay, it looks like unfortunately we will not be able to see the last map tonight. Alright. Alright. So do we want to just interview the captains here? Do we want to try and get someone else in?
I think it's up to the teams typically who they want to send in for an interview. Sometimes the captains will pick themselves to speak on the team's behalf, or if they have someone they felt like played well and want them to have their time, but I like to leave it up to them.
Several people are typing.
Oh wow. Too many to keep track.
Richard and Powell for interview. Alright. Sweet. I'll get these guys invited to the party chat. Richard, Pyle, BX Hunter. BX Hunter's appearing offline. Love to see that. Richard. PVT Pyle. It should be BX Hunter, right? It's VBX Hunter, okay. Oh. The BX Hunter, got it. Alright, they all got invited. Hello! Alright, we're just waiting on Hollywoo Horseman's BX Hunter to show up here, and we'll get the interview going. Alright. Hell of a game. Alright, 1 second.
That
what happened there. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Man, really back and forth on every map.
So, I guess, great game, you guys. Like, honestly, like, it was a very back and forth, match throughout, Especially, Gold Elo-cked, you guys looked really strong there on Anubis and whatnot, looked to gain some momentum, like, what were your guys' thoughts from Gold Elo-cked going through Anubis there?
That little move is something that goes back to the Chug-like days.
I was gonna say, that seemed like one of the old rehearsed sim strats.
So we've had that strat in our back pocket. At least 4 of us on that team have had it in our back pocket for probably a year now. So
Nice, that definitely helps.
That one down. Yeah.
That's I mean, kind of like,
Yeah.
that was just, watching you guys through Anubis, like, the fence, the attack's like, wow, like, you guys, yeah, you lost the first map, came back that second map, though, swing, it's like, wow, like, like, what got, was there something like some energy that changed there between map 1 and map 2, or like, do you guys just communicate, especially after that first map?
And I don't think we communicated any different through that one. Just having the high ground helped us get through that first point, and that momentum. It was there was just really easy to move forward from that point because we had people staggered a little bit. I mean, we were pumped the whole time. It was a great match the whole time. A lot of positive energy on probably both teams.
Important question before we continue. Do you guys have your voice share allowed for stream?
I think I do. Yeah.
Okay, because chat's saying that you guys are really quiet.
Let me see if I can change the mic real quick.
Just check on that. So I guess I'll switch over to the other side. BX Hunter, you guys came out that first map, won it. Second map Anubis, you guys, struggled a little bit. Like, what happened after that Anubis map? Do you get you guys back on track through Rialto?
Yeah, so when we started on the Anubis map, we actually had that sim strat planned out to start off, and then we saw the double shield with the back, and it kind of messed us up. So we kind of got thrown off on there, and then going into Rialto has always been like, at least for our team, like historically, we consider that like our map. We've always been very strong on it.
Understood. Yeah, you guys looked great there.
Yeah, we know where we want to position ourselves with the tanks. So we were just like, let's go back to what we know we can do. Let's like focus on ourselves, not getting in our heads, and we just try to go from there. And then it helps. Like we said, these were closed games. Our DPS like popped off at times. We had our Junkrat popping off. We had the Soldier going off.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Weird Hex and NYC.
Exactly, yeah.
Just flashy play after flashy play.
We were thanking them very hard after that one.
But of course, I mean, what's a DPS going to do if they don't have that main take making the space for them?
Exactly. Oh, thank you.
Someone's got to recognize.
I appreciate it. But yeah, we try to go back to what we know we can do, and it worked out. They were so quick, they were very fun.
If you guys each had to say, for each team, like, what was, like, you felt like your team's highlight for, like, one play that was made during the match? Like, what would each of you guys say that one play was?
Yeah, some flashbulb moment, some memory that sticks out just a little bit more from the rest.
I know at least for our team, it was the Junkrat getting right after I get Maywalled and killed, the Junkrat gets a triple kill on the Rialto bridge, and then immediately followed up with getting the wiper from Weird Hex on the Soldier. That stands out for sure. And then there were Junkrat bombs galore, Riptires galore.
Oh my gosh. Just both teams trading tires back and forth.
Yeah.
Crazy to see.
It was intense.
I mean, for sure, it's got to be new this map for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys look so clean on that push, that defense, just... Yeah, the team synergy there was insane.
And then I know our Junkrat had a big tire on one of the Busan maps that was pretty standout. He got a 4K that I remember.
Oh my gosh, yeah. How much can you guys say about Johnny? He played every role today, didn't he?
Right, yeah, he did.
A true flex player doing it all for the team.
Some clutch moves.
Absolutely.
You know, there's one thing that I've been just wondering here. You know, going back especially that Hollywood map, point two, I believe it was No, it was Goldilocks attack on that second point. It was right at the midway point of that second point. Like, we struggled to as commentators. We struggled to keep up after alt after alt after alt. Like, what was the
After
team
res
comms
after
during
res.
during that time? Like, it was
Tires coming in,
we
diva
couldn't keep up
bombs.
with what was going on. It
Couldn't
was
see what was going on.
We couldn't either. At that particular point, at that second push through there, I mean, we were just going whatever we could. We were having people flank one side, trying to take high ground from you guys. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy on our side too. We were just trying to do anything we could to get that Junkrat off of high ground, for God's sakes.
I was gonna say, how did you feel about Richard Sombra?
The moment we saw Samba right there, we had our diva just like constantly searching.
Spy checking, yeah.
Really annoying.
And then once we knew that you had the EMP built, or we were just like, then please just hide and get the trans off. And then the first time it works off, but then you guys counter trans, and I think that's when you were talking about the just crazy manifolds flying out, and luckily it just worked out for us in the end, and we saw you guys out for a while there on that second point. So.
Yeah, I can tell you. So you brought up the Zen. I know you were giving a lot of props to your DPS, but from our side, you ought to give MVP to that Zen because he was on it that whole time. Yeah.
Actually, our Zen player for us, he was very much stepped up to the plate.
The transcendences to cancel some huge ults there.
Yep. Yep.
He saves me with a couple trances when on Rialto as well.
Mhm.
It was exactly what we needed. He very much saved us a couple times. So him and the Mercy more as well. Alyssa was also very clutch. I don't know how I stayed alive a couple of times, but that's the life of a main tank. So.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
main take. You hope you go in and you hope your sports keep you alive, and you're standing at the end. It's like, wow, I don't know how this happened, but I'm still here. I guess let's go.
I just kept swinging and good things happened.
Oh. Oh. I mean, that's gonna do it for me for questions, unless if
Yeah,
you have any
that's
questions.
all I have. Unless you guys have any closing statements you want to say on behalf of your teams, which is a great start to both your seasons, I would say. Very competitive, both teams looking great, and excited to see more to come from both teams.
Yeah, great game, guys.
Yeah, you too. Yeah.
Alright. I guess
Good luck, everyone. Have a good night.
sounds good. Thank you again for joining us
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Great
and
games,
having
guys.
this Q&A session.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See ya.
Have a great night.
Alright. Once again, that has been us from the Bronze Taco broadcast booth. I guess, do you have any, final thoughts as we, like closing out here? We're 2 games down with round 1. We're looking into game 3 of round 1. That'd be Team Talon versus Dragon's Breath. You think of anything based on the maps we've seen that you could be seeing into that upcoming game, or just any thoughts in general about, how the games have gone so far this first round?
Yeah, not a ton of constructive insight really into the future games. I just gotta say I'm excited for it. I forgot how much I missed casting watching these games. All the people that play in League are so much fun, so good at what they do, and it's just fun to have this, especially in times being what they are now. It's nice to have a distraction, something fun to do like this. So, again, thank you to the League, thanks to everyone who played today, and thanks to everyone who watched us on Twitch. It's been a lot of fun, and look forward to more of it as the season goes on.
Alright. And with that, we're going to be closing out the stream here once again on camera. I'm Evan.
And I am TugoSolve.
Alright. Reminder, next match is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. It'll be Dragon's Breath against Team Talon, an NA team against the only EU team right now in the mild tier. We hope to see you there.